Welcome to Seabolt & Sons Automotive Adventures. In this video, we're going to be changing the wheel bearings in a 2017 Nissan Rogue. Here's the new wheel bearing. Let's roll the intro and get this party started. Alright, so we've jacked the car up and we've got the jack stand underneath it. And there's the jack that I had to buy whenever that I had to work on the spark plugs and wires on the 2019 Chevy Silverado whenever I had that whole fiasco going on. But the Silverado's back on the road again now. So we'll take this wheel off, and then after we take this wheel off, we gotta take that rotor, brake caliper, and the caliper holder off. And we'll have to take the dust cover and the wheel bearing out of it. So just stick around, we'll take you through the process and let's get to it. Alright, so we got to remove that carter key and this little cap right here, and then that's a 30mm nut right there. And if I can get y'all focused on it right there, there's two 17mm nuts or bolts right here. One on the bottom side of the caliper that holds that on. And that will remove the brake caliper assembly. And this will remove the rotor will fall off once I take this off. But that is the nut that holds the axle nut for the wheel bearing. Well, it holds the axle in, and the wheel bearing's bolted in behind it. Alright, so I've got the carter key and the axle nut cover removed. There's a 30mm that holds that on. I'll take that off here in just a second, but first I'm going to remove the calipers from that holds the brake caliper on. And I goofed up by telling y'all that was a 17. That's actually a 20 that holds that on. It's a 17 that holds the wheel bearing in. Alright, so we removed both of these nuts, and I was wrong on telling y'all it was a 20. It's actually a 19. I realized that once I got the socket on there a little bit better. So next is a 30mm nut that holds the axle in, and I'll show y'all where we're at right now on the car. I've got that's just hanging there. I gotta get something to hold it, wire it up, so that it ain't just hanging, so it don't mess up my brake line. Because I don't want to bust any internals on my brake line and have to replace the brake line. But I'm gonna go get that stuff, and then I'll come back and I'll pull that axle nut and I'll pick y'all up then. Okay, so I've got the axle nut removed, which is a 32mm. Got the brake caliper held up. These right here, there's 4 of them. And they're all 17s. Alright, so I used my thumb to push back the axle. I got lucky there and didn't have to beat it back with a hammer, and I've got the 2 upper bolts removed from the wheel bearing, which will remove the dust shield and the wheel bearing assembly, hopefully. I may have to use a little bit of persuasion to get it knocked off. I don't know. We just have to wait and see. But I'm gonna get them bottom 2 bolts removed. I'll pick y'all up there and let y'all see when I get it off the car, and then we'll put the new one on it. And with any luck, this thing has a loud roar when it's going down the highway. I'm hoping it's the passenger side front. I know for sure it's a passenger side, but I don't know if it's passenger side front or rear. So I'm changing the front first, because this thing's most of the time in front wheel drive mode. It's an all-wheel drive car, but most of the time it's in front wheel drive and never goes into all-wheel drive because I'm in the south. Alright, so I got the wheel bearing removed. It took some persuasion with a hammer. There's my old one and there's my new one. I'm gonna go take me a little bit of a breather, cool down some, because it's starting to get warm out here, and come back and start putting this thing back together. Alright, so I've got the new one sitting kind of there. I ain't got the bolt started in it yet. I'm trying to get the bolt started so I can tighten it up onto the thing. It's not exactly wanting to go back together as easy as I was hoping, but that's the way everything goes. It never goes together as easy as it comes apart. Maybe once I get a bolt or two in it and get it pulled up a little bit, maybe it'll go a little bit better. It's the first time I've ever done this style of wheel bearing, so I'm just kind of learning as I go. Alright, so I got a bolt started in the top. I think I got one started on the other side on the bottom. And so it's finally starting to go back together. I'm just hoping that after I get all this together that the roar stops. If not, I'm probably going to have to conquer that side right there on the rear. Because I know I got a passenger side problem. So I'll probably just order a passenger side rear after I get this side done and road test it. But we'll go from, after I get this together and get everything torqued down, we'll go for a little road test, see if we fixed it. I'm gonna bolt it back up together. I'll let y'all see when I get it bolted down, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we have the new wheel bearing in place. I've run the wheel nut up on it with a ratchet. I've tightened down the 4 bolts that hold the wheel bearing assembly in. This big nut here, this 32mm, it torques at 188 foot-pounds. I've got to look up the spec on those ones on the back and torque them down. Then put all of the stuff back together, which is basically your brake caliper assembly, your rotor, and your wheel, and road test it. And hopefully we have no more roar. So I have everything now back together, except for torquing it down, putting the carter key and the little nut protector thing over it. And it's a good thing because we have storms coming through at some point today. We got like an 80% chance of rain. So I'm racing the weather plus trying to get this done. Which seems to be the story of about every video I do when it comes to working on these cars. It's almost like I'm a storm chaser. There's storms that are chasing me instead. So I'm guessing maybe the storms want me, because if they want me, they're chasing me. And we've got the wheel back on it. Everything's torqued back down. I got to road test it. And if not, we'll be getting online and ordering a wheel bearing for the rear side and doing the same thing on it. Now it's basically the same procedure, except for you have an emergency brake cable, and this one is all-wheel drive. Or you have the emergency brakes in there, but it will fit in there in between the emergency brake assembly. But with the emergency brake assembly being in place, you don't have to fight with the dust cover to try to put it back on, so that makes it a little bit better. So with any luck, this will fix it. If not, I'll be getting online and ordering a rear wheel bearing. But as far as me covering this subject, and I kind of told y'all a story, this is probably the only time I'll make a video, because there ain't no point in me making a video on changing the rear ones. Unless y'all would like to see it. If you would, just spam the like button. If I get like 100 likes on this video, well, I'd make one on the rear wheel bearings. But as far as me telling you I had never changed wheel bearings, I actually have in a 2002 Volkswagen Beetle, and I also did them on this Mustang of mine. Them right there, these torqued at 188, these torqued at 288 foot-pounds, if I remember right. That was a pain in the butt, considering my butt weighs like 180 pounds. But that's enough of me rattling on for now. And I'm going to fix the clear coat on the back of this thing in a future video. If that's something y'all would like to see, comment below. If you stuck around this long, do me a favor and subscribe. And hit the like button. But until the next video, we'll catch y'all later.